Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Internet world. Welcome to Auto Merch Talk. It's a podcast where we talk about automotive stuff and stuff that's related to our field. Okay, and today I have Wayne with me, Wayne Baruch. And today's topic is going to be about the labor shortage in 2021 and how is that affecting businesses and people around. So, Wayne, what can you tell me about the labor shortage? What do you think is happening right now?
Brother, I have so much to talk about when it comes to this. I don't know how many of it would be worthy for the camera and for the viewers, because it's more a lot of personal opinions.
Right.
And just coming from where I guess what I do for car data, I guess my position, what I do for car data is, and I have the opportunity to oversee most markets and to see every employee that comes and goes,
Right.
and the ones that stay, why they stay, and the ones that leave, why they leave, and it's just mind-boggling for me.
Right.
I was raised by my grandparents back in the islands in Trinidad, and growing up with my grandparents, learning, I guess, the most effective way to either help in a business or be an employee, because they had their own business, so I was in there a lot. I think they helped me to be who I am today by far, but also just appreciating a job that you have and how to go over and beyond, just how to be a great person overall.
Right.
And nowadays I am not seeing that at all. I mean, you'll get someone that comes in, and let me backtrack a little bit. We have an amazing filtering system to be able to filter all these applicants that come in, right? Because we'll get maybe 100, 150 applicants within a week just for one job ad, right? That's fantastic. Well, we're lucky if we find one person out of that 100, 150 in that one week, right? So first they're going to get, they'll get a thank you email when they apply.
Mm-hmm.
They will get a link to do something called a Spark Hire interview, which is a one-way interview. We create the questions, and they record themselves.
Okay.
Right, and this system saves that recordings, and we get an email saying that it's completed when they're done, and we're able to see them answer the questions in their own setting. Now, it's still to be treated as an interview. It actually says that,
Right.
But yet you'll get people in tank tops, people in shorts, people on their phone while answering the questions. It's crazy.
Right.
But anyway, that's one filtering system, and then they'll get a phone screening from our HR department. And then they will get an interview if deemed fit.
Right.
After that, then they get a shadow day. We pay them to do a shadow day with us.
Wow.
So they get paid to work with us a day in the field to see what it's like, hands-on. Do you really want to make this your career? I mean, you're outside in the sun.
Right.
Lately, it's been with the heat index like 105, 103. Do you really want to do that for a living? And we pay them to do that. And you'll get people that, they'll go through all of those filters, get hired, get trained, and drop off in 3 weeks.
Wow.
I don't think this job is for me.
Right.
Or you'll get people that, this is the worst that blows my mind, they just don't show up, and then you can't get a hold of them. So, everything I'm about to say, I just wanted to preface all that by saying all that I just said.
Right.
And that's why I have so much just personal opinions about this, is because I just don't see people that really want to work nowadays. Now, statistics will tell you can go online and you could print just pages of information from the government in the U.S. that states, what the labor force is right now, what the job openings are right now, unemployment rate and all that. And I think it really just boils down to, again, this is Wayne's opinion, that people just don't want to work. And we just don't have that dedication from people now.
Right. Do you think the pandemic maybe did something for that?
I think the pandemic. There's two type of people with the pandemic. Two type of people with the pandemic. The people that they are afraid of it, because maybe they have underlying medical issues and they don't want to get sick or whatnot. And okay, that's all fine and dandy, right? They have the right to feel like that. Really, none of us knows what the heck's going on, right?
Right.
And then you have the people that I think really just took advantage of it, because we had employees that were with us, and they were with us for some time, and then they kind of bounced back and forth. Hey, I'm not really feeling that I should go in because I'm really scared this week.
Right.
And then every time they file for that unemployment, we get notified. So and everything correlated. The times that they didn't want to work, they filed for the unemployment.
Right.
So I either think it gave them a crutch or it gave them an excuse
Right.
to want to work, right? And anyways, yeah, I can go on and on about that. But yeah,
I know
yeah,
you can.
Yeah.
So in March 2020, unemployment spiked up to 15%. Back in March, that's when the pandemic hit.
Mm-hmm.
Today, thanks to the stimulus check, I think it's still at 6%, which is still very high. Remember, in February we were at 3.4%, I think, unemployment.
This year, February.
Last year, in
Okay.
February 2020. So that's a huge difference in numbers.
That is a huge difference in numbers when you're talking millions of people.
Right.
We're talking-
Workplaces are having a hard time finding employees. Can't hire people. We're seeing the same thing here, right?
We are seeing the same thing. I mean, there's always a small revolving door.
Right.
But I think since last year till now, the revolving door has increased, right? And here's just something I wrote down, which is the only thing that I probably will ever go to. It'll be my go-to when people talk about how many people are unemployed in the U.S. We're just talking U.S. here, right? We're just talking U.S. 9.8 million people unemployed.
Wow.
As of the end of last month, July,
Right.
2021.
It's a lot.
As of the end of July, 10.1 million jobs. I'm going to say that again. There are 10.1 million jobs as of the end of July, and there are 9.8 million people unemployed.
Right.
What does that tell you? That there's a job for just about everybody. Now, I will tell you that some people probably don't want some of those jobs that are out there.
Right.
Maybe they don't want to clean windows. Maybe they don't want to mop floors. Maybe they don't
Right.
want to clean houses. Would you rather stay home? Now, this boils down to people themselves. This is a question I don't think anyone's going to be able to answer unless you get all 9.8 million people in a room and you ask them, right?
Right.
And you dig into their background, why they don't want to work.
Right.
The background that I came from, it's either you work or you don't work. And if you don't work, how are you going to provide for your family, for yourself, for your future? No matter what the job is. I think it boils down to people being content in life. Everyone wants more money. I get it.
Right.
Everybody wants that American dream when they come here. The house, the land, the cars,
Right.
and your savings and your 401k, whatever it is that American dream. Everybody wants that. But maybe your background or your expertise or your
education level?
Your education level prohibits you from doing certain things. So then you do what you can do best. Everyone is good at something.
Right.
So just narrow down what you're good at. Look for the jobs that's out there. I mean, by golly, all means. I don't even have the education to sit here and talk.
Right.
But I know I work hard.
Right.
And thank God that Car Data recognizes that, because I wouldn't have the opportunity anywhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was a photographer for, I don't know, maybe about a good 7-8 years. You know, that's working on commission, working. I want to say your own schedule, because there's a start time, but I started earlier than that.
Right.
There's a finish time. I would work past that because we're working on commission.
Right.
I see that as
Make
just
as much
a
as you can.
gateway. Thank you. I see that as a gateway that's wide open.
Right.
Hey, Wayne, here's your commission. Here's the dealers that you have. I'm going to take advantage of that to the best way possible. You know?
Right.
It's basically, there's a saying that I hear around here a lot is, you eat what you kill. And that's, working on commission, you have that opportunity.
Right.
But
That's true.
But going back to the jobs, man, there's so many jobs available. Maybe
Right.
it's not the job that you dreamt of. Maybe it's not the job that you thought you would get out of college,
Right.
or it's not something that you think you'll be proud about because somebody else is looking at you like, oh man, yeah, he washes cars.
Right.
I'm employed at the end of the day.
Right.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
See, I have just too much to say.
I know you have a lot to say.
Just
I
so
know.
much to
It's
say
funny you
about
mentioned
it.
earlier that we pay the employees to train. We pay them to train, correct?
Yeah.
Some employers are offering bonuses just for interviews,
Ha!
like $50
My gosh.
bonuses just to come for an interview. And Uber Eats in Australia is offering $500 sign-on bonus just to come and work for them. So it shows you that a lot of people don't want to work. It's not only in the United States; it's everywhere.
Wow. I had no idea. I
Right.
was just looking up in the U.S.
Right.
Man, Man, and one thing I did find interesting is looking into statistics from last year, how many people quit their jobs, towards the beginning to mid last year.
Right.
The rate for females was higher than males.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that to be interesting. The only thing I could possibly think about is, I don't know if these are married females or single
Right.
females, but I'm thinking because school was out, and the kids had to be home doing homeschooling, that I'm going to be honest, in my household, my wife is the smartest one by
Right.
far.
So she
right?
stayed home.
Absolutely.
Right.
Even if she made more, I would work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and vote for her to just be home with
Right.
the kids. Not that I don't want to, it's just I know that she'd be able to just nurture them more than I would.
Right.
Mentally, education-wise.
Right.
But yeah,
It's funny you mentioned that. Some of the reasons maybe a lot more women quit their jobs, like you said, because of daycare not being open and school being closed. But also, we can talk about the minimum wage. The living wage, $7 to $10 an hour. That's not a lot of money to live on.
That is not a lot.
So if you're getting a stimulus check and you're getting unemployment, why go back to work for $7 an hour, doing something you don't like?
So what you're saying is, Uncle Sam's going to give me more money to stay home.
Right.
Why do I want to go back to work?
You're not going to want to go back to work. I don't get it. I enjoy working. It's like, to me, like the way I was brought up is like, you have to work to make a living. There's no other ways around it. You have to work, and whatever job you can get, depending on your skills, you know what I mean. You get it. You do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if
if
you
you
don't
can't
have
do
the
it-
skills, you just work your tail off,
Right.
And you learn from other
Exactly.
people.
You
I don't-
learn.
I don't know another way. I don't know another way as
Neither
well.
do I.
So I don't know how these people could sit home, collect those checks. I mean, if you're scared of going because of the pandemic, I get it. Okay,
Yeah, understood.
let's rule that group out. But if you are physically capable of going to work, you got the COVID shot,
Right.
or maybe it's a job where you don't even have to go in and interact with people.
Right.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't
Again,
understand.
I have so
that.
many things to say, but they'll just be negative things, and I don't want to be that negative guy. So,
Right.
yeah,
No, I
that's
hear
just
you.
crazy.
It is crazy.
I don't get it at all. But with so many jobs on the table, where is the workforce? Don't sit here and say that the unemployment line is this long, it's this high, it's gotten this high, it's the highest it's ever
Right.
been. Let's rule out every single possible aspect, especially politics. Let's just put that out the door. Where are the people that want to work? Because no matter who's in office, your company's going to pay you,
Right.
right?
Right.
Your company's going to pay you. No matter who's the president, your company's paying you, whoever you're working for.
Right.
President's not paying you.
Agreed.
So it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, whoever is in office, forget that. You have to work to provide for yourself.
Right.
Again, I just don't get it. Like, kudos to those companies that are giving the bonuses just for an interview. My mindset will not allow me to think like that.
Right.
And I say kudos to them because they're thinking outside the box. My mind has me locked in a little box when it comes to stuff like that, because I'm thinking, if I have to pay you to show up for an interview, why do I need you on our team?
Right.
Now, in saying that, we have put out there some sign-on bonuses in certain territories, and although that, we probably got about 10 times more applicants that I
Right.
saw.
I bet.
But even in that,
Mhm.
even in that, I know one area right now, we probably had maybe 200 or 300 applicants.
Wow.
Within maybe a 2-3 week period, and we have one person picked out of that.
Wow.
One,
Those numbers are bad.
and he's still with us.
Good.
Yeah, he's still
That's
with
good.
us. But just saying that, and we had the sign-on bonus, but there was a filtering process
Okay.
compared to paying you $50 to show up in a
Just to show
interview.
up. Right.
I don't get that.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't get that. And kudos to them. Again, they're thinking outside the box.
Right.
I just don't get it.
Trying to get people to work. They'll do anything.
Where is the workforce?
Yeah. Where are you guys?
We have jobs.
Plenty of
We
jobs.
have jobs.
Plenty of openings here.
Tons of companies, thousands of companies out here have openings. Where are the people that want to work?
Right. Don't
And
know.
chime in. They can chime in to this.
They can
comment.
comment in the bottom.
Oh
of that.
my gosh! Please chime in. Give us your comments. let us have this conversation, because maybe there's things that we're not even seeing or thinking about. We're not the smartest two people sitting here.
No,
so I'm sure there's things that, Derrick and I are not seeing. We just don't understand. We're not experiencing it. We don't know people experiencing it.
Right.
But by all means, chime in, and let's have that conversation.
Right. Just comment below, guys, if you guys have anything to say, anything to add. So there you have it. This is just our opinion and some statistics. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. And till next time, thank you.
Peace.